Daytime Buffalo, Hope Rises is here with details on how you can support the medical journey of 2 local families. And later, we're taking you across the border to Blue Mountain Resort to see all of the fun experiences they have to offer this summer. It's all coming up right now on Daytime Buffalo. Good afternoon, hello, and welcome to Daytime Buffalo. I'm your host, Chelsea Lavelle. For this week's Hope Rises segment, I'm joined by our friend Kate Glazer with 2 local moms who are fighting an unimaginable battle. Welcome, Kate. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you. I don't always like to bring these kind of stories to Daytime Buffalo, but they're very important, and I think they're raising awareness and also critical fundraising for these 2 amazing families. Pediatric cancer is something you don't want to talk about, but it's happening. It's reality in our community. We're in the midst of Shine Gold, raising awareness and fundraising for incredible organizations, but that also includes families like Haley and Dawn. Both of their sons are battling high-risk neuroblastoma, and they found each other through their journey, and I wanted to share their incredible story.
All righty. Ladies, first, I would love it if you could explain to our viewers and myself what high-risk neuroblastoma is.
So, for my son, he has a large tumor, bigger than a softball size, like behind his liver, and then he has fingers that kind of grow up and are behind his heart and his diaphragm. His last scan showed that it's shrinking, but which is amazing.
Yeah, that sounds like good news.
But because it's high risk, it means that we have high risk of it reoccurring.
I see. Okay. So let's talk about some of those signs and symptoms that led you to go seek medical treatment.
Well, it's funny almost because we had such a similar story of how we even diagnosed this. My son, he wasn't going to the bathroom and he was losing weight. But in a way, we're like, I noticed as his mother, but other people had said, oh, he's just having a growth spurt.
Right.
Or we just had my second daughter. So she was just born. 9 days after, he started screaming in pain every night. And honestly, we thought he was faking because we thought, everyone said it's an adjustment.
With the new baby.
He's adjusting to the new baby.
Yeah.
He wanted us to do leg kicks like we do with her. And after about a few weeks, I said, he's not faking. Like, this is something's wrong.
Yeah.
So we did end up bringing him to Children's Hospital. They did an x-ray. They said he's constipated, go home. And a month later, it's still happening. We brought him to Baby's Bungalow, which is an ultrasound, which my mother-in-law owns. And she scanned him, and she found the mass. And we brought him back to Children's, and we said, we're not playing around anymore. I want a CT, I want blood work. And then it was confirmed that it was cancer.
Let's talk a little bit about your journey that you've gone through since you received this. You coming together was a little bit kismet and kind of a beautiful story because you're 2 moms that are dealing with something so unimaginable with your children. And now you found each other and can lean on each other, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
And
we're so lucky.
everything, like our sons, they freak out over a Band-Aid, like
And we text each
peeling
other.
off.
Yeah.
And she's just like, is this normal? I'm like, mine is doing the same thing. Or like, they're so miserable, like especially in the hospital. Our sweet little angel babies are saying things to us that we're like, who is this child? Like,
Yeah.
And it hurts us, but I'm like, thank God yours is doing the same thing because I thought mine would be like this forever. Like,
Yeah.
We lean on each other so
Yes.
much.
Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about how you connected. I know that you ended up putting up a GoFundMe to help with funds for the medical treatments for your son, and that's what led you to finding each other, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
reached out to my mother-in-law who put together the GoFundMe, and
One of my best friends was like, this mother is going through the same thing as you should reach out to her. So I did.
yeah, and I texted her right away, and lo and behold, she was in the room next to us
Yeah.
while we
Oh
were
my
going
goodness,
through
no
treatment.
way.
Yeah.
Her son was back in the hospital.
Yeah. Okay.
So we briefly ran into each other in the hallway, but he was, what was it, rhinovirus?
Yeah.
So we like had to air hug, and we were busy, so.
Yeah.
But we've been texting and calling each other
like all the time, every day.
Well, you guys have been able to support each other with being moms going through the situation, but it sounds like the community has also supported you and your journeys too. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
More than we could have imagined. Oh my gosh. People I've never even met have been doing, for example, there was Megan's hair salon. She did her 5-year anniversary party, and then I've never met this girl. She did a basket raffle in honor of Everett and donated the funds to us. So everybody is going above and beyond.
Oh my God, so much.
I know your community is too.
Oh yeah, St. Mary's, 3-2 baseball, Lancaster Pew baseball, Cheektowaga hockey. Like everybody is so amazing. Riley Joy Candle Company. We've had so many that have done so much for us.
Even fundraisers, like we're throwing
Yeah.
a fundraiser on July 6th for Everett's birthday.
Yeah.
And the things that people have donated, a signed Goo Goo Dolls guitar, a signed Taylor Swift guitar, like people are donating this out of the kindness of their heart to help Everett and to help our family. And it's, I can't even describe it. It's moving.
Yeah. Kate, let's talk more about that upcoming fundraiser on July 6th and how
Yeah.
more of our community can get involved.
Yeah, I think going to Hope Rises will post all of that over there. We really try to support as much as we can. And also, I don't know if we talked about this, but Dawn herself is a cancer warrior. She's currently fighting breast cancer, which adds another sort of monkey wrench into the story, but it proves her strength and her courage for sure. So we definitely like to provide that awareness of these fundraisers going on. My son plays soccer, and he was at the baseball field the other day and saw Everett's fundraiser because Everett is a baseball player.
Yes.
So there are so many ways to get involved, and we'll post all of that on Hope Rises.
Alrighty. Well, ladies, thank you so much for coming in and sharing your stories
Thank
with
you.
us. And Kate, thank you for bringing these stories to Daytime Buffalo viewers. If you'd like to learn more about these boys' stories and ways you can support them, you can connect with Hope Rises on Facebook and Instagram at Hope Rises Network. Thanks again for coming in.
Thank
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.